The Winter Soldier thaws. Wolverine's confrontation with Kitty Pryde and Gambit leave him disoriented, violent, and questioning his Maker's Council overlords. Who is Logan? Ultimate Wolverine, Volume 1, Issue 4. A diabolical genius known as the Maker used time travel to create his ideal Earth by systematically preventing anyone from ever becoming a superhero and by establishing a secret council of supervillains, the Maker's Councils, the rules the world from the shadows. Three of those council members, Colossus, Magic, and Omega Ren, run the Eurasian Republic, one of the two places in the world for all known mutant activity through their government top secret division, Directorate X, headed by Dr. Alona Prostovich, and designed to exploit the unique genetic powers exhibited in mutant kind. They have turned the mutant known as Logan into the most lethal weapon, the brainwashed Winter Soldier. His main mission to target and destroy a covert group of mutant freedom fighters called the Opposition. But in his latest mission, the Opposition member Catherine Pryde recognized him and used her powers to flood his mind with memories. After subduing the Winter Soldier, Dr. Prostovich surmises that something happened to him during the last mission. We see Wolverine, a lone wolf, fighting his way through the system that Dr. Prostovich had placed in his mind to keep him under control. There is a three-part system we learn about, and as Wolverine battles these mental barriers, he also hears the scientists around him panicking because his physical body is reacting to everything as well. Logan responds to what they're saying, and as the internal and external voices begin to overlap, it becomes clear he's getting closer to regaining consciousness. Unfortunately, he's only able to progress so far. The Winter Soldier Wolverine is beginning to recover his memories, but barriers still prevent full recollection. As he fights through each one, the lone wolf hears different scientists speaking while he moves deeper through the mental obstacles. The scientists can't understand why Wolverine is twitching and why his heart rate is increasing. In Wolverine's mind, he is a lone wolf and he has broken through the first barrier. The first barrier is sedation because Wolverine is a survivor. The scientists try to sedate him even more. He's already pumped full of enough sedatives to knock King Kong off his feet, yet they still call for more guards, more and more guards. Ironically, Dr. Prostovich is not present. Wolverine is a soldier. As the thoughts of the lone wolf, the Wolverine, echo in Logan's mind, he finds himself trapped in a chamber. The soldiers are doing everything they can to keep him contained, but Wolverine is a hunter. With the first barrier broken, we see a white polar bear, the second barrier. They open the chamber. The guards say activate a sentinel unit, but they can't without Dr. Prostovich has the access key. Wolverine is an animal. The scientists say open the chamber, keep an eye on the vitals, the claws. What's he looking at? He's looking at me again. Who's going to get him? His heart rate is increasing. The EEG scan show brain functions. His hands, look at his hands. He's returning to normal. Then close the chamber now. Dr. Provich is en route. She's not here yet. For God's sake, look at his hands. He's relentless. Logan is making his way through the fractured systems in his mind. Part of this also affects his physical body. His heart rate begins to drop and his blood pressure bottoms out as he slips into cardiac arrest. The guards say, we've got to get him out of the chamber. Meanwhile, another scientist argues, no, we don't. We need to make sure the guards get here first. That's when one of them insists, let him out. Logan's vitals are horrible. And someone adds, if he dies, do you really want to explain that to the Rasputins? More and more sedatives are administered. Wolverine thinks to himself, relentless, survivor, soldier, hunter. In Logan's mind, he's going up against a huge polar bear. As his vitals return to normal, there's a clear parallel between what's happening mentally and physically. In his mind, when he attacks the bear, he smacks it down and walks away. Meanwhile, on the outside, Logan is staring the scientists down. He's standing up to them. He's breaking the barrier. The words, Logan repeats, soldier, hunter, specimen, relentless, animal, have been embedded in him by the Winter Soldier program. They echo in his mind, repeated over and over as he fights the polar bear. In Logan's mind, he's going for round two, the next barrier, but he's also lashing out on the outside. He's getting closer, gaining full control of his mind because now he's attacking both internally and externally, even though they're still disconnected. On the outside, Logan can only form a single word, just fragments in his mind. But as he does, he's killing people. The scientists scream, shoot him, shoot him. Winter Soldier, stop. I command you to. I can't control him. Winter Soldier, Logan, Wolverine, says to himself, survivor, killer, soldier, friend, hunter, terrorist, specimen, dog, animal, merciless, relentless, weapon, Logan, Logan, Logan. Now Logan's words are starting to overlap. Logan is starting to remember. Logan is starting to fight. The symbolism of the lone wolf versus the white polar bear represents their attempts to sedate him, to beat him down. But in his mind, even though the wolf may have been knocked down again and again, he kept getting back up. And now, as Logan reaches this stage, his mind is almost free. More words are coming together. Images are forming. All he has to do is get past this bear. Dr. Prosovich has finally arrived. By this point, one of the scientists has already lost his hand. But regardless, the doctor is here now. She starts shouting commands like, Winter Soldier, stop. The Winter Soldier has already killed several soldiers and scientists. Blood is flowing across the room. Dr. Prosovich then says, Sputnik. Dr. Prosovich says, good, very good. Guards chain his hands. Wolverine has stopped the killing, but the room is a bloodbath. Dr. Prosovich simply says, do as I say, quickly now. A scientist asked Dr. Prostovich, what the hell is happening? I was under the pressure that the Winter Soldier was controlled. Dr. Prostovich replies, something happened in the last mission, something in his brain. Maybe the chip got fried. Either way, we need to reestablish control. I cannot survive another. The scientist screams, control? Doctor, the sedatives do nothing. He's wild. Dr. Prostovich says, I'm not talking about sedatives. I'm talking about her. It's been one point of control, but three barriers. One, sedatives. Two, re-education and manipulation. And three, a telepath. When one levee breaks, another holds. Dr. Prosovich says whatever Heather is still there. We must have her reinforce it. The scientist replies, Doctor, if you're talking about who I think you're talking about, you must be sanctioned. Dr. Prostovich says, I will ask forgiveness later. Purvis, Alona, destination. Cerebellum code K7M9. The door opens. Another scientist mutters, a tight enclosed space deep beneath the earth. With this monster, what could possibly go wrong? Careful, watch your step. Prosovich enters a sphere beneath the Kremlin called the Cerebellum. One of the scientists says, I've never been this deep inside the Kremlin. Dr. Prosovich replies, be glad you haven't. Good things do not happen here, not at the center of the earth. As the door opens, Dr. Prosovich continues, wait a moment. It's been a while since I've been here, but there we go, light. She steps forward. Here is a solution to your problem, Winter Soldier. Whatever you did out there nearly severed our link, but we can fix that. She can fix that. Dr. Prosovich says the Phoenix specimen. She will fix your broken mind. The third barrier is a telepath, and it's none other than Jean Grey the Phoenix. A Director X log reveals that Charles Xavier's brain is kept in cryogenic status after his death. The log also explains that the Phoenix specimen must remain in sedated state while the Xavier specimen is used to control her further. His disembodied brain suspended high above the Phoenix specimen in the cerebellum is used to soothe, direct, and amplify her abilities through targeted electrical impulses. It is described as the perfect system. They control her, and she in turn controls designated specimens. Furthermore, the amplification is enhanced by the spherical shell of the cerebellum itself. The greatest success of the system has been the Winter Soldier specimen. She seems to calm him in a way others do not experience. Next, Ultimate Wolverine, Volume 1, Issue 5.